So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're very much on the way now. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Trent Alexander-Arnold as...
Voila! Goal! Paris! And it's Paris who take the lead. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Paris Saint-Germain finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Shevchenko. That'll be a throw-in. Nicely weighted ball. This looks promising. He's beaten the last real chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
What a fabulous run. OK, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's Totti! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Has a look and plays it forward. It's a promising position. That's a good ball out wide. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Looking for the run. Oh, played through for the wide man. Marquinhos. Camavinga. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's found a way through. Yamal's cross. And here comes the corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Paris have the chance to go the other way. Not the most accurate pass. Marquinhos. Now he's got space here. Dink through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Marquinhos with the clearance. And it's Rijkaard. Rijkaard! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. He's got a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So that's two now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
That's very neat. And the pass is intercepted.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Approaching the half-hour mark. And here's Shevchenko. And reclaimed it in a... Can he finish?
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
That ball looks a good one. That's good play. It's Totti! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Backward it goes. Rijkaard. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Oh, he's having a go!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Berghaus. And it's Shevchenko. Over to the right flank. Yamal steaming forward at pace. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he's picked it up out wide. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Doué receives it in a wide position. Cafu finding himself in space. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And he was quick to react. Oh, this looks sharp. Collar looking sharper, more menacing with every chance that comes his way. Doué! Oh, split-second reaction.
Doué clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
This possibly the last play of the half. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Paris looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break.
Et les voici. Merci à tous d'accueillir nos joueurs.
And here is the first touch of the second half. Spread to the right. Now it's Yamal. Referee has just said play on. Threads one in. Oh, good spread. Now it's Doué. Doué will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Applies the finish! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So, third corner of the game. That's the keeper's ball. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. And this is Messi, and he's found a way past. He's had it taken off him. Doué. Cafu. Rijkaard. Totti. Shevchenko. And they win it back again. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now that is commitment to the cause. Paris get their fourth corner. And a header! And he's quick to get rid. And here's DiMarco. And across. Keeper has taken decisive action. Has a look and plays it forward. Cafu. Ball played for Rijkaard. And it's Totti. Aims beyond the defence. In he goes again! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Berghaus.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Messi going face-to-face with his great rival.
Now then, clash of the egos.
DiMarco calmly anticipates.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Tries to pass it through. Berghaus. Camavinga. And it's Marquinhos. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Totti.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Shevchenko. Van Dijk can get it clear. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And a chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Could be danger. He's having a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! It's all becoming so easy. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
À leur place, le numéro 19, le numéro 6.
Paris can now introduce the first of their substitutes. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Maciej Cunha. Shevchenko gets into a good position. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Shevchenko. Pepe does well not to be outdone there. Juve. Well read, nice interception. Marquinhos. Guendouzi. Now it's Haaland. And it's Olmo. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a... There's the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. a whisker away from making it 4.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the
Le
back.
numéro 18.
They're up to 5 corners now. And he's taking no chances there. Cafu picks it up out wide. Chance! And that should get the job done. Matheus Cunha. Valverde gets a foot in here. Haaland. And the counter is on. Now it's Shevchenko. And that is exemplary defending.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
Greenwood showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
3 minutes.
And it's Olmo. He's having a pop! They want to be quick to recover this. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now that's well seen too. Messi. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And that will be the final act. Paris, looking by any yardstick formidable, truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. The end of the game. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The Urbano Caldera is located slap bang in the middle of a residential district here in Villa Belmiro. It is certainly a venue which has a lovely homely feel to it. So straight into the action. Now it's Mbappe. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And here's Mbappe. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He can run onto that. And that is expertly dealt with. They've played it short. Showing good feet. And across. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Paris are looking to go forward now. Conte. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. He shifted it to the flank.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove...
Oh, great leap! I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Andrei Shevchenko has to be the greatest player to emerge from the former Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, he is the name, isn't he?
Well, when you think...
Oh, good climb! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Done delicately, and that was asking for too much. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. Alexander-Arnold gets over and intercepts. Serginho. Paris are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Great ball if he can get there. And he's taking no chances there. Shevchenko.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, perfectly measured that. And this is Shevchenko. There's the shot! It's there! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Yeah, tempted and teased the keeper into thinking he could get to it, but it just eased away to catch the inside of the post.
Chelsea have taken the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Van Dijk getting this one clear. That's gone for a throw-in. Doué.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Van Dijk.
Chelsea really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
And here's Totti. Xavi Alonso, the arch schemer, always looking to get the team going. And it's Xavi Alonso. Xavi Alonso cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. That's been slipped through. He's had a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And he's stuck it away! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been dropped.
Tries a shot! Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Time perhaps for one last... Oh, what a mistake! He's got away. Shoots! It's in! And a calamitous moment ends with the inevitable result.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Paris cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Now it's Shevchenko. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. He has found the way through. Mbappe! Now that is commitment to the cause. Paris have the chance to go the other way. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He is through here. Great shot at goal! Camavinga. And here's Dembele.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Referee's given a throw. Mbappe. Totti. Alonso. It's Alonso! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. Paris are still behind then, despite looking for all the world like they pulled level. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And so the action is resumed.
Paris really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Dembele! Oh, good finish. Paris are all square. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Looking to play him in. Messi has it out wide and in space. Now, who's going to be first to this? Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Van Dijk cuts it out. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Doué. And it's Totti. This looks promising.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Alexander-Arnold is there, and he can get that clear.
Paris have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And that has been slung wide. Camavinga, played out to the left flank. And he's gone looking for safety.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Xavi Alonso is always looking to break lines. And here's Mbappe. Oh, sweet feet. Mbappe touches it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Aimed beyond the defence. Well, that's an excellent interception. And that is well cleared. Dembele being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Messi gets into a good position. He's found a way through. They want to be quick to recover this. And it's Serginho. Totti. Now that looks a decent ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Conte. Alexander-Arnold. Ambitious ball here.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, well played. Totti, who does have an assist to his name. Goulet. Kante does well not to be outdone there. Spread out to the left. And he's managed to get free. Serginho.
Chelsea really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Oh, this is a great... It's Totti! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, what has happened here? Swings in across. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch.
Shevchenko! And how did he not put that away?
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Camisa 14, camisa 8, camisa 13. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 15.
And the pass is intercepted.
Camisa 12, camisa 24. Substituição.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Mbappe. Matheus Cunha. And that's a good ball. Chelsea needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, some astute defending there. Matheus Cunha. That is good alertness. And time is up. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly... That's rather hopeful. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's been caught napping. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. That has been slung wide. And he's managed to get free. Here's... Oh, what has happened here? Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, what else can we say about this fella, Moises Caicedo? He'll be extremely busy just shifting the ball all over the place as a 6 or an 8. We've seen him do that an awful lot. But it's what he does without the ball, for me, that makes him priceless. I mean, rarely do you see someone who can disrupt opposition play as cleverly as he can, and he will be a key factor.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Goulet. Tries a shot! Goal! Paris! And it's Paris who take the lead. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. That is a brilliant interception.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And this is Ronaldo. Spread out to the left. It's a promising position. He's having a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Collar tries to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that has been knocked clear. And they're quick to get it back.
Corinthians genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack, variation, unpredictability. You know, that's always key to success.
That is good strength. Caicedo, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Mbappe. Knocks it into space. Nedved with... He's rising! It's a goal! Corinthians are back in business. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Dembele finding himself in space. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Paris! And there it is, his 10th goal, his first mini milestone. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Camisa 18.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. He shifted it to the flank. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Collar Unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And it's Nedved. And that was asking for too much. And that's another throw. Nedved. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's quick to return it. Dembele. Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Picked out brilliantly.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Xabi Alonso. Played with finesse. Van Dijk gets it away. And it's made its way to him. Can he finish? An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Impressive jump! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Kohler is offering a right smile there.
Foden. And it's Caicedo. Played out to the left flank. Mbappe. Oh, that's fabulous. Drives it in. And he gets rid in a hurry. And it's been taken short. Nedved crosses. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And for the first half, that is that. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! About as smooth as it gets. It's level again. What a match we have.
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Corinthians drag themselves back again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He's found a way through. Out towards the flank. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he's had it nicked away. Tries to play it through. Kohler needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Pass is just off target. Alexander-Arnold. Now Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? And here's Nedved. And he's straight offside. Nedved. Nedved going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Nedved. That's a good ball out wide. Now, can they get him away? And he's worked it through. Collier. Corinthians can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Quality ball. That has been cut short. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. He is through here. Cafu. Caicedo. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Goulet. Aimed beyond the defence. And the shot! Tries to get it, this time surely! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's quick to get rid. Totti. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Corinthians choosing to make the first change.
Camisa 18, camisa 39, deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 98, camisa 14. Substituição em andamento.
Saliba. Paris, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Into the last quarter of an hour. Played out towards the right wing. He's got away.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And it's Zaire Emery, distributed tidily. Played into the box. Decent chance! Goal! Corinthians! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Corinthians have their lead.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Teremos uma substituição.
Paris very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Can he get it through? Oh, good take and chance, surely! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Cristiano Ronaldo has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Paris have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Great chance! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And a neat finish. We thought they were done, but never say never. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Backward it goes. And the finish! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Now it's Totti. And this is Dembele. Dembele! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And time is up. What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So things are underway.
Well, Peter, if you're looking for a top-class left-back, look no further than this guy.
Seriously rapid Serginho. What can we expect from him?
Well, he's like a full-back, wing-back and winger fused into one. There's a lot of people who can learn a thing or two about the way he moves about the pitch.
Yeah, particularly the way he picks up those positions to gather goals and offer assists. Rijkaard. Koller. And this is Shevchenko. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Messi. Totti. Looking to play him in. Dembele. And it's Shevchenko. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Paris getting forward at times, but achieving little of substance. And here's Dembele. It's a promising position. And the keeper beats it away. Dani Olmo. Now it's Hazard. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Paris clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now that's a fine challenge. Has a look up and drives it forward. Knocks it into space. Kvaratskhelia going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Not the most accurate pass. Kimmich. It's a pretty loose pass. Hazard receives it in a wide position. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Totti. And he welcomes it in. Big chance! Goal! Paris! And it's Paris who take the lead. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
So far, so good, Peter, but they...
And a chance! Oh, how good is he? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
The goal scorer for Paris FC.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Paris are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Paris have scored two quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
There's the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Messi plays it short. And it's Dembele. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Totti. Rijkaard. Now there's a fine ball. And Shevchenko! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Paris looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Dembele! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Dembele clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Well, now it's a race for the ball. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Fenerbahce have the chance to go the other way. He's going for goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Paris have their second corner now. Oh, it's come loose. Messi clears. And now they can spring out of defence.
2 added minutes
Vardiol.
have been indicated.
Now it's Hazard. Vardiol. Plays a shot. Shapes to shoot! And that's a good finish. And deep into first half stoppage time. A timely strike. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Paris leading, but only just 2-1 the scoreline. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. It's Totti! Francesco Totti is a genius! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
The goal scorer for Paris FC. After
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it, he will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
So the lead now is 2.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
That's a nicely shaped ball. Surely he can't miss! Goes for a shot! Yes! It's all becoming so easy. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. It's starting to look like a done deal now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Real chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. And yes, it's there! It could be a lifeline. 2 more needed. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So could they be onto something here? Spread to the right. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Shevchenko looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on.
Shoots! And a neat finish! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Paris, palpably stronger, better, superior. Great vision. Kimmich. Just about up to the hour now. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Cafu. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is lovely. Kimmich. That's destined for the flank. And it's Dembele. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Oh, that's a key interception. Rijkaard. Now it's Dembele. Kvaratskhelia has it in a wide position. Oh, good effort! He arrived on cue, but fluffed his line.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Keeper's dealt with that. Lovely feet. And now a sudden chance to counter. Has to go back here. He'll try from distance. And that's off target.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Substitution for Fenerbahce, number 23.
Fenerbahce can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Dani Olmo, who got amongst the goals, is being taken off now.
Yeah, he'll get a good ovation for his contribution.
Shevchenko! Oh, good finish. And he is just ripping it up. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Dembele is offering some sort of an apology there.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And here's Shevchenko. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Shevchenko has the space to scheme. Tries a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Casillas trying to keep this in. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rijkaard. Out towards the flank. DiMarco swings in across. Cleared without hesitation. Foden. Can he get on the end of this? And it's Totti. And no, that was never going to make it.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Messi, and he's managed to get free. He's had a shot! Goal! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
Fenerbahce are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Substitution for Fenerbahce, number 27, Serginho. Number 13, Hazard. Coming on the field, number 16, Almada. Number 14, Mbappe. Substitutions taking place.
At least that has given their people something to smile about. Cafu. Decent chance! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Now it's Messi. Pass somewhat off target. Well, quality clearly deserves. Oh, he's all alone. Oh, look at the space here. Good decision by the keeper. Got that exactly right. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Totti. And he shoots! It's a goal! Untouchable, remorseless, relentless. A class of their own. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. That pass has been well intercepted. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Vardiol. Now Foden. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Nice looking ball. Kivior cuts it out. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Paris really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Shevchenko collecting the match ball, and it is his.